If yours or a loved one's school district was diagnosed with a poor quality education, you could be at risk of a multitude of conditions.
Exposure to a poor educational experience may lead to the following issues:
diabetes, obesity, heart disease, psychological issues, and increased mortality.
These health issues are all impacted by a poor education level. According to the Pew Research Center, the U.S. educational system makes fairly far below the top 20 leading countries in math, science, and reading. A whopping 10% of the schools in the U.S. are failing. And the health disparity between those with low and high educational attainment is only increasing. Our education is not where it needs to be.
The U.S. National Library of Medicine's National Institutes of Health says that education as a personal attribute is a central conceptual component and essential element of health, and that education is a contributing cause of health. Your country knows that health can be directly impacted by your quality of education.
There have been multiple studies that link poor education to poor health. This is because your education impacts almost every aspect of your life, from how much money you make to who you spend your time with.
Are you not someone who is experiencing or has experienced a poor education? If you are, you might think this message doesn't apply to you.
Well, it does. Studies show that the poor health outcome of low-income schools affects not only those who experience it. In 2004, it was revealed that taxpayers could save as much as $40,000 per capita in public health expenses if everyone who did not receive a high school education actually did. This means that poor health education that leads to a plethora of issues is taking valuable money away from the people.
This same bit of information came with the knowledge that improving education could result in substantial cost benefits for the government, which means less money coming from the people will be spent on problems we can easily and effectively resolve.
As education is one of the cornerstones of civilized society, building a strong beginning in school will create a proper foundation for growth and success. The world around us is taking great strides for progression. Our nation's education must do its part in moving forward.
We're proposing that our state and local governments make adequate funding of our failing schools as priority, rather than settling at subpar budgets and further cuts in order to improve education and subsequently our health.
We want you to help by donating to your local schools and telling your legislators that it is time to deal with one of the biggest health problems our country faces: poor education.
Do yourselves and your loved ones a favor and help improve education so that we can live in a healthier and wealthier America.